Hi. For this video, I'm going to show you how to geotag images that have been captured from either your last flight mission or any other flight mission that has been previously completed. The geotagging of images in this tutorial will be carried out with the same ground control software that you use to plan your flight mission. In order to utilize the geotagging portion of your ground station control software, you will need to have flown a mission with one of our RGB color camera payloads, the Ryko PX for the Zephyr 2 or the Sony Nex 5 camera for the Zephyr 3. Geotagging the images captured with our multispectral camera payload, the Tetracam ADC Micro, is now done automatically through the camera's firmware. By carrying out the geotagging process, all we are doing is associating our GPS timestamps recorded by our ground control software with the timestamps saved within our flight mission image data, or EXIF data, recorded during the same flight mission. Now, the first thing we're going to do to start this geotagging process is source the log file we produced using our ground control software for the flight mission in reference. The flight mission log file is always automatically saved for the flight operator on the ground station PC's hard drive, specifically in the ground station software program file. The ground station flight log file name will include by default the time and date so that you can easily verify which flight log should correspond to the flight mission you are trying to analyze. Once you have sourced the flight mission log file that you need, you're going to want to extract the SD card image information from whichever payload you were flying at the time, and put all of these images into an empty folder on your hard drive for geotagging. Image data is easily exportable from your UAV by ejecting the SD card from the payload you were using after performing your flight mission. Once you have your log file and image set handy, you're going to want to hit Ctrl F to bring up the Geotag Flight Options menu. You'll have a screen pop up here, and from there you'll see a button that says Geo Reference Images. Go ahead and click that to get started geotagging the images. Once our geotagging menu pops up, we'll just click Browse Log and start the log file we have pulled up from our hard drive earlier that has our date and timestamps on it. From here, we're going to hit the Browse Directory button and choose the file folder that we have previously used to store all of our different images from the flight mission in question. I have a folder named RGB here that I'll select. And once I've selected that, I'm ready to pair each set of data and estimate the offset in between the time from when we started the mission to the time that the first picture was taken, so that the program knows which GPS waypoints are associated with each image. To do this, we're just going to click Estimate Offset, and the program will read the log file that we have given it and associate our two sets of data together. Once we have estimated our offset, we'll simply copy and paste that number into the seconds offset box, and once we have done that, we'll select Do It. The program will now associate our data pairs together, and you'll be able to see a match for each image of our photo set. So, if you have 35 images in your image file, you should have 35 matches if everything pairs up. After your pairing has been confirmed, go ahead and select Geotag Images to start updating all of your image EXIF metadata so that each image in your dataset has an X, Y, and Z coordinate associated with it, or the actual latitude, longitude, and altitude at which the picture was taken. When you import these new geotagged images into a post-processing software such as Agrasoft Photoscan Pro or Pix4D, the program can identify the exact location and altitude of that image, so that when post-processing occurs with the program, the end result offers high-quality data without expending a large amount of system resources and time to perform the image data processing. Even though most post-processing programs can align and process data without needing to first geotag the image data, I always recommend geotagging your images for the best possible result. Now you're going to go ahead and wait until the program has completed its geotagging function before moving on, but a message will always alert you when this process has been completed. You can also generate a KML file from these images when you're done, which will allow you to upload a file directly to Google Earth so that you can immediately see your image data laid out for you. Normally, to get a more accurate KML file, you should use post-processing software such as Agrasoft Photoscan Pro or Pix4D, as I mentioned earlier. Pix4D actually has a menu to geotag images by using a mission planner log file like the ground station software uses here. However, I prefer to geotag the images in the way that I have shown you because it tends to be a more consistent way to geotag the images. So that's the process for geotagging images. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us through email or by phone, and we'd be happy to help. Thanks for watching and happy flying!